The United States Army just signed a contract worth up to $20 billion, but they didn't give it to Lockheed Martin or Boeing. They handed a virtual monopoly on the future of defense technology to a controversial startup. Software deployment speed now dictates the modern battlefield, overriding the traditional strategic importance of heavy physical armor. The startup behind this massive deal is Anduril. Its founder is Palmer Luckey, a tech executive who is perhaps best known for being fired from Facebook. Before diving into military defense, Luckey designed the Oculus VR headset. He sold that virtual reality technology to Mark Zuckerberg for $2 billion, and then pivoted his entire focus to building physical weapons. To understand how an ousted tech executive bypassed the titans of the defense industry to secure a $20 billion bag, we have to look at the broken system he replaced. Take a second to hit the subscribe button below for @BrandTechOff, where we break down how outsiders disrupt massive legacy industries. For decades, the military relied on a slow, predictable rhythm. The Department of Defense contracted giant legacy companies to build heavy metal machines over timelines that stretched into decades. This chart shows the friction in that legacy process. Procurement, the formal process of purchasing goods and services, forced the military to execute more than 120 separate commercial actions just to upgrade a single system. Every step required agonizing reviews and approvals. That sluggish approach fails completely in modern conflicts. Today, threats evolve in hours, not years, demanding the instantaneous speed of software updates to keep defense systems relevant. Palmer Luckey identified this exact bureaucratic nightmare as a massive business vacuum. Instead of selling the military individual pieces of hardware, he offered a single enterprise contract that bypasses those 120 red nodes entirely. The Pentagon's critical weakness was a systemic lack of speed. Anduril captured this contract because they were built specifically to bypass these legacy delays. The Army signed Anduril to a 10-year deal. It consists of a 5-year base agreement with an option to extend for another 5 years. Through this agreement, Anduril is consolidating those 120 chaotic procurement steps into one unified software infrastructure, allowing the Army to buy and deploy technology as a seamless package. That package includes heavily advanced hardware. The primary deliverables start with next-generation autonomous fighter jets. The production line also includes a fleet of autonomous military drones and unmanned submarines, operating across air and sea. But these physical vehicles aren't isolated tools. They are immediately linked together and controlled by a single artificial intelligence network, allowing them to coordinate their movements and share data in real time. This $20 billion commitment provides the military with an integrated, instantly deployable nervous system that links every piece of hardware into a single network. While Anduril rapidly executes on these defense contracts, the rest of Silicon Valley is frozen in an ideological civil war over how their technology should be used. Major players are actively fighting the government. Anthropic, a leading AI research company, is currently suing the Department of Defense over supply chain threat designations. The turmoil extends straight to OpenAI. The company has faced internal executive departures, stemming specifically from disagreements regarding their own potential contracts with the Pentagon. Palmer Luckey takes an aggressive counterstance to his peers. He publicly stated that refusing to build artificial intelligence for autonomous weapons is an untenable or completely insupportable position for the United States to hold. Silicon Valley's ethical red lines created an open lane. The military simply bypassed the hesitant tech giants and exclusively rewarded the companies completely willing to build the weapons. The United States military is officially done begging hesitant tech monopolies for help. They are now unilaterally crowning new kings in the defense sector. Anduril is already cashing in on that status. The startup generated roughly $2 billion in revenue last year alone. This chart visualizes that massive financial leap. By securing a $20 billion monopoly with the Pentagon, Anduril is leveraging that baseline revenue to push for a staggering $60 billion private valuation from investors. In modern arenas, victory consistently goes to the fastest entity, rather than the largest. Whether you are navigating corporate business or global defense, the future does not belong to giants paralyzed by debate. It belongs entirely to those who cut through the red tape and execute.